Local Republican actually kind of cool.
Thomas Massie, a libertarian congressman from Kentucky, is ready to shake things up on the House floor. Elected in 2012, Massie, an MIT grad with a successful tech company under his belt, is a character to say the least. Not only does Massie own a Tesla and live off the grid on a self-sustained cattle farm, he stands for some pretty progressive ideas. The congressman is against national surveillance, wants to repeal the Patriot Act, is for industrial hemp, and has voted against John Boehner for Speaker of the House not once, but twice. Massie claims he's no superhero. Instead, he's just an ideologue saying, if something I care about lines up with something a Democrat cares about, there's nothing that gets in the way of us working together.
All right, so the guy is off the grid. He's down with hemp. He doesn't like the NSA. He's not a fan of Boehner, the establishment Republicans. Guy actually seems kind of cool. Could either one of you guys ever vote Republican?
I mean, I could vote Republican. I agree with his ideologue viewpoint of supporting the cause, the belief, the law, and not being partisan, but this guy, just because he owns a Tesla and like has solar power,
I'm just very impressed with the Teslas.
Like, yeah, I like Teslas too. But he also supported the Defense of Marriage Act. He is pro-life. He's for offshore drilling. I mean, there's a lot of very Republican things that are still going on that trump him being just like environmentally sound.
Yeah, so you could vote for Republican, just not this guy.
I mean, I could if his or her viewpoints lined up with mine, but so far it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you think about this hemp off-the-grid Tesla driver?
I think you're giving too much credit to being off the grid. I think there's a lot of people who live off the grid who are like not cool and are totally crazy.
Right.
Especially if like they're really stoned. Like people who are like way off the grid who are paranoid.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if, I mean, he seems cool enough.
Yeah.
Kind of, not based on everything else he believes in. But like, I don't know if he's actually chill or just like really scared of the government.
Yeah,
like no NSA.
So
I live on my own. I'm like really high all the time.
Yeah.
And
now we don't know that he smokes weed. He just wants hemp, industrial hemp. He could build a rope.
But what is making this guy cool? My mind is blown by this story because I just don't get what makes that guy. Also, please reference back the photo of him. Like I wouldn't be like, that guy looks awesome. Like I wouldn't be like him. Like no, I'm not judging a book by its cover there, but even when I opened the book and read some pages, I wasn't super stoked on him. I wasn't like,
I think Dave's just really into the Tesla.
I just really like the Tesla, and I like the idea of off the grid, but actually I'm going to backtrack a little bit because I think you are right. Like when I think of someone off the grid, I think of like this sort of grungy, like kind of dirty guy that has to like do shit. But that guy, he does look kind of dorky, but I don't want to make this about his looks. He's wearing a suit and,
I think of the guy with like the gun stockpile, like waiting for the government to come take his guns away, and he's just like ready.
Right.
What does it say about somebody that would want to be off the grid yet also be a politician? Like you want that a politician is the most invasive thing you can do. Right? What?
It's like Sia. She wants to be a pop star, but like no one knows what she looks like.
That's slightly going over my head, but I feel like it's a good reference.
She's a pop star.
I know
she's been facing the other way when she performs.
Or she covers her face entirely. Yeah. She wants to be a pop star and perform, but like not have the celebrity aspect of it.
Right.
She said so. She goes out, but she will cover her face. So she can like not be recognized.
I think
that's like the Daft Punk guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's doing it like with a deliberate message of like I don't want to have to deal with celebrity culture.
But I don't think he's doing it like I don't want to deal with politics. I think he's like possibly like watching illegal pornography, like a lot.
So he's off the grid,
or something like that.
Grid.
That's what.
You
can still get electricity and internet and Wi-Fi. Some like I'm saying I think
he's on the dark net.
He can just get like a hotspot. You know what I'm saying? Like from a satellite. I'm just saying something is fishy with this because his actual politics are not in any way liberal. Really, they're not.
So does the whole two-party thing seem completely crazy to you? Like when I saw this story, the thing that I actually saw it on BuzzFeed, and the thing that seemed interesting to me was that it was a Republican that was a little bit different. And that just seems so silly. Like that do either one of you, do you identify as a Democrat then? Or like doesn't the label stuff just seem ridiculous?
I identify, I'm a registered Democrat because I want to be able to vote in the primaries and that's pretty much it. But I mean, other than that, I welcome people to change my viewpoints on other parties. I really look forward to it. But if owning a Tesla is going to separate me from the pack, like what the hell? This just seems like a big ad for Tesla.
I don't identify as anything based on for work reasons. I'm very private politically. / you could read my tweets and probably figure it out. But like I'll just say for now, I do think that focusing on ideas and not the party is interesting. But as you said, you have to do better than a Tesla and like some weird paranoid off the grid stuff.
All right, you guys have brought me back. I hear people. I'm coming back. And you know what? If you want to vote for a pot smoker who owns a Tesla, you could vote for my friend Roseanne Barr, who did run for president. It has a great documentary that you should also check out. Anyway, what do you think on this story? A Republican off the grid? Does it make any sense? Let us know in the comments right down below.